I'm here with Leonardo Le San, composer and pianist. How are you this evening?
Oh, hi Catherine, nice to meet you. Thanks for inviting me to your program. I'm doing very well, excited to be here to play tonight and to share this beautiful evening and celebration of the theater world in New York, the Latin American actors and different artists from different cultures also that are participating tonight.
Tell us a little bit about the music that you're going to be playing this evening.
I'm playing an original composition called Tango Impromptu, which is an impromptu. It's a piece that comes to you naturally, that it's born out of dust basically. But a tango obviously has a structure, system of rhythm, and a very metrical and very powerful, strong melody theme. So it's a contrast between the classical influences that I come from and also the structure of the tango. And we have two wonderful dancers that are going to be accompanying me, and we're going to collaborate so that hopefully the audience can enjoy that.
Tell us where you come from.
I'm originally from Colombia, and my parents brought me to the United States about 20 years ago.
What part of Colombia?
El Eje Cafetero, the coffee region, the western part of the country. Yeah.
Okay. I'm from Cali.
Wow, that's it's a great city. It's more fun up there, but we have a very folk traditional music with guitars, and tango is a big part of my father's interests. He loves tango, so I think that's where I specialize more in classical music, but also have this deep respect for my culture and where I come from, and so I squeeze it in a little, here and there where I can to make music out of it.
So how did you start? How did you get started in playing the piano? How did you get a love and a passion for composing music? Tell us more.
Well, basically, I started with Colombian folk music, playing the guitar with my brother Andre, and we sang together, animating parties, and in our little town. And I moved from there to taking lessons, and when we got the first piano keyboard, that was it. I'm done. I said, this is what I want to do. I love this instrument. And when we came to America, and I was able to participate in different competitions and things, and as a singer and as a pianist, and I was able to study classical music, which is what I really love and wanted to do.
Tell us more about the music you compose.
Okay. Sure. So my sort of style and ethic, or I wouldn't say ethic, but just sort of like, it's very hard for an artist to explain how one makes our work, but I make music, I think, that reflect a little bit of where I come from, but also where I am, and I kind of borrow ideas from everybody, and as far as like, it doesn't have to be music, but it could be a theme, it could be a story, it could be a science journal or article that you are interested in, because there's just no limit to your imagination. But also obviously studying the masters has been a wonderful opportunity for me.
So tell us more about the philosophy and theory that you actually started out with, and carrying that or seeing that through today.
Well, obviously theory is very important. Why is it important? It basically helps you to understand the work of others and learn from it. When I was younger, I didn't want to know about theory. I just wanted to play, and I loved the music. But now, as I get older, and as I sort of, other younger or peers come to me for advice or for help or anything, I work with so many people. I emphasize that history and theory of music and the world culture is very important. And so yes, I did have some influences from the Russian school, a teacher that was very much, this is the way, and a very Russian style of teaching, and Eastern European. But then I also had another teacher that was very interested in the French or the German school, which each school has great masters. If you look into Russia, you look Prokofiev. What a great composer. For me, Rachmaninoff, because he was such a great pianist and a composer as well, is a great model. But you can't underestimate the German school, like Mozart, Brahms, Wagner, all these incredible composers like Beethoven. I mean, it's so much to learn from. And then obviously in America, the great heritage of America is jazz, and I love jazz. So it's a great question, but I'm afraid I'm confusing you, but I also find great inspiration in jazz, harmony, and rhythmic complexities that are actually very similar to Latin American rhythms.
Right. And I know you love New York City because of its culture. Tell us more about New York City and the love that you have for it. And, you know, did you grow up here?
No, no, no. I actually grew up in a smaller place in the Philadelphia area, and actually where I live now, and in Delaware, which is about an hour, 45 minutes south of Philadelphia. So and I loved it there too. But you know, I enjoy being here and performing, coming as a guest to play all the time here, because again, you just learn so much from so many different cultures and so many different legacies that are just going to make you a richer performer, a richer person, in my opinion.
So who's your mentor?
He just passed away a year.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. He was a great pianist and a composer as well, and he helped me a lot after I left school. You know, graduated. He kind of coached me into the next step, to get out there and to show what you're made of, which is pretty scary. But he was older, in his 80s and stuff. So you know, it was a great loss for me. But I'm hoping to. His name is Orlando Tay. And I hope to pass it on to other people, what he taught me.
And tell us a little bit about passing it on. You know, how do you make a difference in the lives of others, as far as children and maybe teens or even adults who might be interested in also gaining some of that knowledge that you have and that experience and that passion?
Yeah, well, the first thing, I don't like to be limited. I don't like to be, when I was a younger person, you know, I heard a lot of, but why are you going to go into this, you know, where you come from, why, you know, shouldn't you go into something that's expected from you? And I'm like, but that's just not the way I work, you know. And I like to encourage young people to really hear what they themselves and what is it that you want to do? Is it what people expect you to do? Or is it something that you really have a vocation to do, something that you really have the passion and the desire to go through any struggle or any challenge to get there?
So when you play music, what do you think about? What goes through your mind? I mean, what's that vision that you see? What goes through your mind when you play music?
I honestly, I'm going to quote my very good friend who's actually writing a philosophy thesis for his doctorate. He believes that the way I play piano is sort of, the piano is a prosthetic extension of my body. So I need the piano to say things and do things and express things that I can't otherwise. I never heard anyone talk to me that way, and he helped me understand this. I believe so. I think art is, whether it's drawing, painting, sculpture, music, an instrument, writing, I don't know, the communication world, whatever you're in, there's that. Some people will say a microphone, right? There's that sort of need to do it, and we cannot explain it. It could be a gene. You know, it could be sort of a natural, or just something that you see somebody else do and you say, I wish I could pinpoint that. I believe that it's something that I really need to do. Whether anybody would listen to me or not, I really need to come and do something with the piano. And it is almost like part of me. Very complicated, but...
Definitely understood. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. It was great meeting you. And, you know, I think you're going to be amazing tonight. I know you will. And many people are just, you know, so inspired by you, and they're going to be here to listen to your beautiful music. And is there a message you want to leave our viewers with?
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you again for your kind invitation and for listening to my music as well. And hopefully you can listen to my new album and tell me how you like it. It's just a solo piano album. I'd be honored if you listen to it. But
absolutely.
I love young people like you to tell me what your opinion is about my interpretations and my work. The message is to go for it. To go for it and never give up and do it no matter what it takes.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Sure. No, it's my pleasure.